As a child, I was lucky to have read many thematically impactful works of literature. The one which stuck with me the longest and strongest, undoubtedly, is Bridge to Terabithia. It is a stunning coming-of-age story which portrays the young search for identity, purpose, friendship, and creative expression in a compassionate, honest, and dignified light. It stars Jess and Leslie, a pair of adventurous, artistically gifted American children from different walks of life as they go about their everyday trials and tribulations, emotionally distant parents, bullies, sexism, the works. Bridge to Terabithia is distinguished in how it tackles these issues in a realistic manner, without ever dimming its spark of hope. The characterization is, for lack of a better word, human. Every moment subtly informs us about our heroes and how they visualize their struggles therapeutically by way of creativity. Jess, being the middlest of middle children, finds little space for himself, physically or figuratively, in his household. His father readily gives attention to his younger sister, Maybelle, all but ignoring him and his artistic pursuits. Virtually every interaction Jess has with his father is either outright negative, tinted with unbearable tension, or hollow. And Leslie, who has a comparably happy home life, suffers socially for her parents' unusual beliefs and proclivities. She makes few friends, is often well disliked at school, and so spends her time conjuring complex fantastical worlds and being a general rebel. She doesn't exactly fit the picture of traditional femininity, but that suits her well, even if those around her balk at such eccentricity. These pair of downtrodden children are largely alone and equally odd in their own unique ways, which provides them a flawless chemistry. They both spend much of their time in another world, as Jess draws and Leslie writes, trying to wring some sense from the people, problems, and people problems they encounter in real life. This tale excellently illustrates fantasy and artistry as more than simple escapism. It is instead the means by which human beings contextualize the world around them, affirm their identities, and explore alternative methods of thought. The fantasy landscape Jess and Leslie fashion together, titled Terabithia, is equally valuable as a tool for both therapy and expression. It is finally a place just for them, where they can properly forge an understanding of their true selves and their passions, exercising both mind and body. But unfortunately, inevitably, tragedy does strike, which leaves Terabithia in shambles. From then on, we see the world through sullen eyes which now know true love and true loss. We understand the difficulty in death, not through drama or sensationalism, but instead the scars it leaves behind. And for each of those scars, there too is a memory, a fragment, a mote, a scrap, a spark. And from those scattered, shimmering pieces, we may never rebuild what was lost, but we may build in its spirit. We may carry its joy with us into our changed world and instill its magnificence in others. There is a gravitas and joy, in equal measure, laced throughout Bridge to Terabithia. We are made to understand the human context of artistry, inspiration, identity, and loss. We are made to see all of our suffering and success laid bare and beautiful, contextualized through the lens of symbolic fantasy. There are so many individual encounters and ideas I could spend hours discussing, but I'm not here to prattle. I'm here to hopefully arouse thought and desire, so that you might yourselves explore and imagine as I had.